Hi everybody, nice to see everybody here tonight. So, there's really not much more for me to say because we just went through my slide. So basically, most people see the world today through their smartphone screens. And so, we're reading our news, we're watching videos, etc. And our approach now is, well, how much time do we have where we can't consume our news because our screens aren't available to us? So, what we're doing is we are presenting voice casting. So voice casting is basically presenting published text-based internet media through spoken voice, basically text-to-speech, with interactive commands, spoken commands. So we are basically giving a platform to present media that's out there on the web, that's text-based. Most of our news is text-based, and giving you an interactive approach to using it. So, going the wrong direction. Cool, good. So, we've created Echo Player and Platform. So the Player ships right now as an iOS app, and it's free in the App Store. And to support it, the Player is basically, our tagline is, the news you choose on the go. So basically, you're choosing the news you want to listen to. So when you skim through a newspaper, you may read certain articles, you may skip other ones. So with our app, you're able to go through the headlines of the source and choose which articles you want to have voice casted to. Now, we're looking beyond just a mere app. We're creating a platform. And this platform is designed to be supporting and monetize the use of a new area, voice casting. So now advertisers have the opportunity to sell to radio, web, television, and also place their advertising in between voice casting. So it consists of the content that we're using that's on the web, advertisers, as well as those subscriptions that are through paywalls. So who is in our ecosystem, our ecosystem? So it's basically three places. Publishers. So we know that publishers on the web today are looking for new ways of monetizing their assets. So New York Times, all these titles, they're not doing well as far as making money. So what we're offering is a way for the publishers to extend more time for access to their content and basically keeping the loyalty of the readers basically. Like if I could get the New York Times and listen to it while I were driving, then I would go ahead and buy a subscription to it. So we're going to get loyalty with existing titles. Then the advertisers. Advertisers are always looking for new places to sell advertising. So be it by selling 10-second ads placed 10 times an hour to in between voice casts, advertisers are able to take their ad network and present it to more listeners. And then the end user, we're a business-to-business model, but we're building an app and platform for the end user. So we plan on monetizing our idea through advertising. Now, our advertising can't be skipped. So unlike internet advertising, you have to listen to the ad. So we have a captivated audience. So you have a 10-second ad that's similar to what you might listen to on NPR, and you can't skip through it. So we have the impressions and actual proof that people have to hear the ads. And then we will have those titles or content that's through a paywall. We introduced like the New York Times subscription through to new users because you'll be able to see additional titles. We would get a subscriber's fee, a finder's fee. And lastly, we will have a robust integrated ad network that can provide the right ads to the people based on their interests, etc. We have more things that we haven't announced that I won't go into that will be built into our ad network. I'm realizing now what I have forgotten for my presentation. So basically this came about, once again, being able to listen to the New York Times while driving or the Wall Street Journal while jogging. So we're basically trying to create more places and more time for users to be able to access the content that they're interested in. And I have to say I've been using this every day now for about a year and a half. So where we are now, basically we have a think tank. And we have an extensive group of individuals who are working with us, advising us. They're from various industries, the voice space, publishing, advertising. We have it's obvious that this is something that was helpful for people who are blind. We have a person working in the accessibility area, helping us with that. So in doing so, we are positioning this with the right people and the right advice. Echo Player is out. It's been out for a little over a month. We had one article or two articles written up in a tech journal, and it was reposted and rewritten about 15 times, and we got 2,000 downloads that one weekend. So in 2 days, 2,000 users. And we're, so we are pursuing the ad aspects of our app and platform. So on the horizon is continuing Echo Player, so you can download Echo Player, EKKO, on the Apple iOS store. And we're pursuing bringing it as a premier player, all the things you would expect. Not all the features are there yet, but you'll be able to do all the features you would expect from an audio player. We're establishing strategic relationships with advertisers and publishers. And lastly, we are going to leverage our first to market. So no one else is doing voice casting out there. And our goal is to capitalize on that aspect with the media attention that comes from it. So I think that just about sums it up. Thanks very much, Eric.